For thousands of years, humans and animals have shared the planet, yet we rarely stop to ask, how did we actually learn to talk to each other? Not through words, but through something far more ancient and profound. From the first domesticated wolf that became man's best friend, to the parrot that revolutionized how scientists understand animal cognition, this is the untold history of cross-species communication. And it's far stranger than you might think. When humans first tamed wolves around 15,000 to 40,000 years ago, they weren't trying to create dogs, they were discovering the rules of interspecies conversation. These early canines could read human gestures, vocal tones, and emotional states in ways their wild cousins couldn't. Archaeologists now believe the bond formed through a feedback loop. Humans who fed wolves learned which animals responded best to certain sounds and body language, and wolves with stronger social instincts thrived in human camps. This wasn't communication in the modern sense, it was the birth of it. Fast forward to the 1600s, when European naturalists began seriously studying animal behavior. They noticed something remarkable. Horses responded to whispers, birds mimicked human speech, and dolphins seemed to echo our clicks and calls. But here's what they got wrong: they assumed animals were simply imitating us. The real revelation wouldn't come until the 20th century, when scientists discovered that animals weren't copying our communication systems. They were meeting us halfway, learning our rules because survival depended on it. Then came Dr. Dian Fossey and her work with mountain gorillas in Rwanda starting in 1966. Fossey didn't just observe these massive primates, she spoke to them, made eye contact, and learned their vocalizations. She discovered that gorillas had individual personalities, preferred names, and could express grief and joy. Her groundbreaking research proved that human-animal communication wasn't one-directional teaching, it was a genuine dialogue. When Fossey was murdered in 1985, her gorillas were found to have gathered at her cabin, a haunting testament to the bonds they'd formed. Around the same era, a different kind of breakthrough was happening in a laboratory in Boston. Researchers were teaching Koko, a western lowland gorilla, American Sign Language. By the 1980s, Koko had mastered over 1,000 signs and could express complex thoughts. She even named her cat and expressed sadness about her own mortality. Koko's story didn't just challenge how we view animal intelligence, it fundamentally altered what scientists thought was possible in human-animal dialogue. She wasn't just learning our language, she was choosing how to use it. But perhaps the most mind-bending discovery came from an unlikely place: the African gray parrot named Alex. Dr. Irene Pepperberg spent 30 years teaching Alex not just to mimic words, but to understand concepts like color, number, and shape. Alex could answer questions, correct his handler, and even ask his own questions. When Alex died in 2006, his last words to Pepperberg were, "You be good. I love you." That simple exchange revealed something science had barely begun to comprehend. Animals weren't just learning our communication, some were genuinely conversing with us. Meanwhile, cetacean researchers were uncovering an entirely different communication landscape. Whales and dolphins don't speak our language, nor do we speak theirs, yet humans have learned to recognize their distinct dialects, mating calls, and warning signals. Scientists now believe that whale song is a form of culture passed down through generations, with different populations literally having different accents. This discovery transformed how we understand animal communication. It doesn't require translation into human words. Sometimes it requires us to understand it on its own terms. In recent years, neuroscience has illuminated why cross-species communication works at all. Brain scans show that when humans interact with animals, the same reward centers light up in both species. Dogs' brains respond to human voices the same way human brains respond to our own infants, with a surge of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Elephants recognize individual humans they haven't seen in years. Octopuses change their skin color and behavior depending on who's observing them. The science now confirms what indigenous peoples have always known: communication between species isn't exceptional, it's fundamental to how life works. Today, the conversation continues in unexpected places. Researchers are teaching honeybees to recognize human faces. Domesticated foxes in Russia are evolving to be friendlier and more communicative within just a few generations. Scientists are using AI to translate whale songs and elephant rumbles. We're even mapping the grammar of primate vocalizations. What this century's research reveals is that animals were trying to communicate with us all along. We were just learning to listen. The untold history of animal-human communication isn't about us teaching them our language, it's about us finally learning theirs. The story of how animals learned and taught us to communicate is still being written in labs, forests, and oceans around the world. Every discovery rewrites what we thought was possible. Which of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video like this one.